kanye bilili nudon. Nudo, bilili nudon. Nudo, bilili nudon. Okanga, wai bongan. Ebanye kanye bilili nudon. Nudo, bilili nudon. Nudon. Chije model libu alele. Omanga, wai bo mabran. Do make mo fun, eji mo fona ka bilili nudon. Okanga, omanga. Mo fa malo nye ji dan. Omanga, omanga. Okanga, bilili nudon. Ma gode na je wana nya batang mo mabang. Okanga, bilili nudon. Omanga, omanga. Ma gulele na yide binudon. Oli gati dalo loginie. Omanga, bilili nudon. Magaba Joseph damba kana. Udamba vandalo ludamba. Omanga, bilili nudon. Tabanyo danya wa mabukodo. Eja bilili nudon. Okumubu wi bene huni. Dambo danyo damba. Okumubu wi bene hunu. Omanga, bilili nudon. Tabanyo danya wudema. Eja kozili mane ludema. Eja bilili nudon. Me madio bebo na nyekenege ma. Oye me manela nyekenege. Okanga, bilili nudon. Magana lono tibana. Omanga, tibana bianwe. Mama chemine. Eja bilili nudon. Bono ehu. Obrobo bono te huebe. Okanga, bilili nudon. Bono ehu. Chiji model libum bia. Omenganu echevu kenwe. Adina munye ni. Agulo devilibu alele. Okanga ekwibonga. Madina munye ni. Madina munye na te huebe. Okanga bilili nudon. Chano jina won. Orobo chano jina ta webe. Okanga ekwibonga. Magama lona yide bilili nudon. Bilili nudon. Okanga bilili nudon. Ewunda talo kolonda lili. Eja kwibonga.
Ezudo.
Okay, you're welcome. No.
Aka akwụkwọ ndị anya Aguleri ji abụ ụzọ. Emeka ntụrụ na ndị otu ya, anyị bụ unu. Nnọọ n'ukwu ya. Onye anyị chọrọ taa bụ nnukwu ụka. Nnọọ iri atọ kwesịrị. Okanga Aguleri lecture 2023. Na anyị na-achịkọbata anyị.
Anyị nọ n'okpukpe izu. Is approaching from Okupis. Or the car, or the Kataya, where all over away. And so, I then the next 10 minutes, yeah, no, we can program of events. Yeah, the channel table. I am Bandi based no I no bebe. Kavaji Kutevoji. Oya Terosiaka. I saw about what here. Open about here, now very much of all. Ọkwọọchị chọta nzunye na ya na-abọ ya anyị ndị ịka jikọtara nke unu. While we are doing that, I want to introduce the chairman of today's lecture. Ọnọdụ na tebụl tosiri n'ọya anọ. And that is no other one than like anyị mekọgaworo. Nya bụ Ọzọ Nnamdi Ọnụkwụba Ugochi Debelum, also Ugochi Debelum. Nnamdi Ọnụkwụba is a member of the Onitsha cabinet, and Unuma Lekai Namaji Emeli. Biko, Kebagote, Odumoncha. And while we are doing that, we are also asking Idezulu again, Dikoni, Tovano Oji, Makanebo Ozoye Sundi. Bono elebe oji n'iru ezudo. Anyị na-ene anya n'oge na-etere aka guest lecturer, ọkachamalụ, ọkammụta, prọfesọ, Hyacinth, ụda anyị ya nwali echi ya agba anyị ebe anyị ji maka ya wee bịa. Ma atụ ya kwa unu azụ n'ebe ọzọ dị na mmemme nketa anyị bụ awọdụ anyị ji asị ndị aka ọlụma gbawolo elu na mkpamkpa anyị ọ bụrụ sọsọ n'obodo anyị bụ Aguleri. Anyị ji asị baba jisi ike badeje na anyị na-abụ aka ọlụma ike agụnaba. Ebe anyị ji wee webete mmemme nke awọdụ ahụ nene bụ ka anyị wee na-agbakwu ndị ọzọ ume maka ibe na-ekwu akụluo ụlọ n'obu onye welulu ụlọ bụ akụ ya. Akụgo bụtọlụ na Lagos abụrụ ya ṅọntụ ọnwụwọ ndị be anyị mbụ akụba bụ na Kano na ibe dị iche iche. O mee ka o ji wee mee akụba wee soro wee luo ụlọ ma okululu ụlọ onye abụọ akụ ya nya so n'ibe ezudo ji wee webata mmemme award n'ime Okanga lecture. Agụrụ m na ọjị apụtawo ka anyị sobe n'ezudo ka o mee ihe ọjị.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you can soon know, the 5th Okanga Aguleri lecture. What are there in some Okanga lecture is gaining momentum, is gaining traction because of the doggedness of the organizers. Okanga only enough pay them or not pay. And if I can just make the you make progress. Can't make any good data. So for them, I conscript them to chairman. And Belegere, we can imagine them. Logo, anytime, anything. Lecture today, the very act, with the terrain, about a flood-prone area. And I get any gel touring where this lecture service last year at Kuziluru would maximize the potential of the oil industry. The oil wells in where mitigates climate change and flooding in the Okanga region. Even considering young people, when I take this Okanga lecture, proposing an Okanga region lecture, so that all the Okanga communities will always aggregate every year to chew on any vital topic and water. As you know, this climate change and sustainable agriculture is very right for the area. Whenever we have agricultural belts of Anambra State, and even flood in every year, we even dispose it in Ghana. So I'm very careful to use better. Only see the Guani and lecture that I know background information knowledge and having been an agriculturalist in the world, we have to know where like as a guide to progress in the area of mitigating the flood, each every year. As a woman, no. We see we challenge you. We do only do what I want. Our self, we are many things. No is moved lecture about as you make a one and then the cabinet and the subject no
we are Galanya. I met our man, but we are them.
There are any autos, recap, and I didn't know call they were. I do cannot embed those autos now. I confront them, then China come back as the people. The Kandamabala Anepo. If you were to do 2019, the teacher, Bego, the guest lecturers, we don't want to know anything about Professor Malay. Medical Professor A.U. Nonya Engineer Ike at President have been guest lecturers now Avala Okanga lecture since 2019, maybe the PhD. Madam Woloje Yakawana of Ma, Yakawala and Malay of Ma. I am Malay on Ayano. My political chief. Yako was less than day honors, who care as a chief, Rabia Kawala and Professor Madaji, who didn't go even at citation. It was less than.
You best like the name one. Obama like the name one. Anambra State take the name. You get a citation of Professor Hysen Udai Mwaliyeji. Hysen Udai Mwaliyeji was born on 12th May 1973 in the family of late Mwaliyeji Ofole
and late Mrs. Nkechi in Oi, Akanadomo, in Ayam local government area of Anambra State. Ascent, when he attended his primary school, Tomo, secondary school, Tomo, he had his first degree at the prestigious University of Nigeria, Soka, where he obtained BSc in Agricultural Science and MSc, same university, PhD, the same university, and professorship. Today, Asset Waleji is a lecturer at Tukwemeko University in Mariam campus. He is married with children. He has served in different capacities within and outside Nigeria.
Here, our guest lecturer, Udai and Waleji, Boya Kolani, Don Padiboro, Robert Tuesday divided the car. Already, what we are talking about today is climate change and flooding in Anambra region, adapting for sustainable agricultural yields and relevance in the Global Food Availability Index.
Chukuna need go as Idigo 5 Igwe Aguleri. Ekenegwegi and the Lord, I appreciate you. Thank you. The able chairman of the occasion, also Shilebele. Yeah, welcome. Thank you. The Honorable Commissioner, Barrister Iferaye, the Commissioner for Natural Resources. Thank you. You are welcome. I appreciate you. My wife, I also appreciate you for this day, especially my life, and for endorsing myself to be here. It's not within my power. So all glory to God. And for all of us present here, so I really thank God in a special way. And I have to especially thank the Igwe Aguleri. This committee, you know, a church we get Ghana bed in our own life. You know, you dress your bed, and that bed you dress well dressed. In our soul, we're beginning, we're put out. You know what will happen? Up without to if we know everything, I'm beginning. That's change. That's change. So, in any other change, the same thing. And there's no way things changes continually. Nature may say everything, nature. Everything is okay. Even when God created man, created the world, then they'll be like, I see that everything covered the earth. Or see, let us separate this and this. Where those were, the way me keep everything. May everything go where they it is good. Are we following? So the same thing. Although this church and they put these people, Adam and Eve, in a garden of Eden, to manage it. Everything was provided for them. They lack nothing. It's natural something. But immediately, they They violated the rule. What happened? If a miserable have again, if a change and up is here, all of them again, Bangwe, Mama drawing to another Jesus. And they called to hang Bangwe. And God will go the punishment. And to us men, if I were I think I get beginning, I got killing the giddy ground. And that is when the agriculture started. Again, agriculture beginning, and the man started what? Producing food. Here and again. So, intervention of man and interaction of the nature and everything, can man will survive what? Everything started there, changing again to this present situation. In the by Muaboye Omabala Muabogeni Oye Oyomo Mua Meragrigocho Gua Begini Menaka Mua have witnessed everything about agriculture. Where there? And when the church comes, this climate, not only, and when he said climate, changes in weather. And you know weather parameters or weather elements, like what? When we have the temperature, when we have the rainfall, which is precipitation, when we have the wind, the pressure, everything in order before. And according to this, you observe that when there is one problem or the other, you observe that nowadays, this water climate. Make it as if, ozone layer, down get water get any water because of the energy. You can't over Ministers of the world remember, I said, let's look at that. He had it before because he done Mobile region or Anambra State in general. I think we're getting both the dry season and rainy season. And this dry season and rainy season are beginning on our book for 6 months each. 6 months dry, 6 months wet. Man, I look at it now, even last year, and when what we call the 8 months rainy season, the other months are for dry season. So that is change. We will experience that before, 3 minutes old 2012. That meaning more of too much. I know work on a maramani. They were really cheap. Not of which go. So you know about so we go start and so making it or not. So man make it there and go here. Or they too much. Only the money, need everything. So I'm sorry that Namo can present in slide projector. I can prepare this lecture. Full of pictures. For certain things, if this climate change and the floods, so that I will reflection on the problem. So now, this climate change, change you go, maybe the temperature, increase in temperature, increase in the precipitation, which is what? Which is rainfall. So, I guess here now, can you the causes? Can you put climate change, the causes, and the flooding? Of the climate change, if I jack my negotiable beginning, email. If you did that thing, we just summary in can't share with the full presentation of this paper. So now, if you don't climate change, amplifying the mirror within ourselves. What we are doing, or they can ask that we are trying our best. No, I'm going to fertilizer application. Then they put it is because of possible gases, reaction. If they only amount about working any way about everything, or not destabilize. So now, and then one of the causes of the climate change, and I say that one is the human nature interaction. The human nature, if I over about transportation, if I get transportation, motor in Anya, also they use gas. I thank God that my commissioner is here. So no matter that Nigeria and nowhere that we rely on fuel. And that fuel, they predict to go when it will finish. They predict when, because agriculture is the bone of everything. Without agriculture, no nation. So you observe that fuel something is having problem because first on combustion they take place. The gases, when they make the nature, when they change the wind of everything. So if they go see the email and then so this combustion of the fuel, he use a motor, he use a motorcycle, he use a generator. All of them causes what? Climate change. I got no Luby, Chite, Ghana, what do you call it? Ghana, so cut all down the trees. And in Nanya, if one amado, you could what we call oxygen. Yeah? Oxygen, then in case carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is being made use by plants and the trees. It will say the ecosystem, the balancing of the ecosystem, it will change. So, it will be affecting it. Let me tell you, in the when I travel to China, I used to see that China is the worst. They are not environmentally friendly at all. In China, I feel that rivers here and there, oceans, and then I find a role on email and so forth. What do they do to control that climate change? You see, they will be planting trees, planting everything that are necessary. So they will be balancing the environment. So the ecosystem they will flow. So man, I can't when I can also on my everything that I am showing me of flowers or because I just to be 5. I now emulate in Georgia. We don't emulate those things. And also, they can do afforestation, planting of what? Trees. It will go. So that's why it was that the developing country like Nigeria, we can't control climate because we can't mitigate it because one is that it involves money. So let's go by there. If you go to what we call the other side of it here, that is the flood itself. Now, no matter now, Oshimiliade, Omabala River there, Ezu River Magene there, it's cut across everything. Okay, you will keep you working. Why the volume of water coming in? So you observe that the volume of water, I brew, does mean everything. I never so every 1 million naga. be blocking it. More line all of them. And the way the water comes, waterways, if you block the waterways, what do you expect? The media beginning, Basava. I'm careful now to get baby. Just somebody I got on 1 minute tipping sand. And that's naturally a man going to a police station or Monga company. You can't even allow this. So media they are making it or maybe certain things. So we are the people that cause climate change. And all those activities is being it's to bring about climate change. Apart from that, so if all that I know post here and in the thing will be coming. So not only that, but the major causes of that big flooding 2012, 2018, 2022, 2000 and even 23. In the name of Hammer Ogwa. That is the evidence of this thing. Ogwa Hammer, that's Nanka, they opened that channel. If you go to my main, you see the reports because of what we call Arsenal meaning Cameroon, and that is the dam. We call it a so we call that dam Lagdo Dam. That dam is between Cameroon and Nigeria. And once it be released, that pool of water, the water, Obia, Okanga River Benue, from River Benue, Okanga to River Niger, and the more is going. So, and the information reaching us, Nigeria was asked to build their own dam to contain that water, but they couldn't do it. So, Aroni never rebellion. You won't make it a making it. Coupled with what? Heavy rainfall. Because without rainfall, the intensity or the gravity of the damage come near. So, coupled with Ngaiwa, I know why that block our River Niger. That's why there's need for dredging of River Niger. So, observe that Oma contain the water in the River Niger cannot contain it. Before Obasa, Ebenine. So that one is the call for those years, especially 2012, 2022. Are we headed? Are we moving? Upon this, let's see the impact of climate change and the floods on the socio-economic and livelihood activities of former black people. So we have negative impacts. Apart from negative impacts, we have also the positive impact. Somebody will be asking, Najo, what high positive impact on agriculture? For climate change, you observe that when changes in temperature and precipitation therefore may lead to air pollution, which may also damage crop plants and the forest as a result of reduced photosynthesis. Change reduce both photosynthesis and the pollution. And one higher temperature, like during Harmattan Kaino, if one Ogoro, they do everything. Okay, boy, okay, boo. Open keji ikuku. On about to everything. So, okay, do many things. And any plant, when some plants they need higher temperature. And that temperature, you observe that it cannot, so it is good. RM were good, Okoronde high. A man and next year now, I sick of because Okoro we get better and I begin Abawa and that and Abawa make if you could get penetrate here. And the one that penetrate, if you get off man. It's one of the positive. All were both negative and positive. And again, number 2, climate change in form of yes, I've said something about that. And the temperature and precipitation changes will also very likely expand the occurrence and the range of insects, weeds, and the diseases. In anya, one, only meta. So, okay, the man, when you get one so good, I'm a growth man. So, carry. And they to accord an animal like Ogopa in Abba, like Ewa in Abba. If all that set once there's imbalance in this climate, after that, no man again, hammer, they cannot breathe well. The production will be very, very low. So it has serious effect. And the impact on the soil and the water resources. Climate change is expected to increase the frequency and the heavy precipitation, which can harm crops by eroding soil and depleting soil nutrients. Once the climate change with the rainfall, you observe that it can wash away the nutrients of the soil. Therefore, that what the crop needs, the nutrient it needs, it will go away. So it can erode it. And the 2, another one is that the health challenges to the farmers and livestock. And we go that now, once the weather changes, like what I say, I make a dog in Qatar. We introduce this, it will introduce other diseases that will harm human being. So another one is that is about the climate change. What of the impact on floods? The negative impacts of the floods are also grouped as follows. Impact on the production, floods, severe effect on the yields and the income of farmers. Off-farm and the non-farm activities of the people. Once had a flood, it will wipe away the crops. So that will be full. But we were an eyewitnesses of Before, and what we are here, what we are saying is that the effects it had. You observe that both livestock, the yam, the rice, cassava, sweet potato, vegetables, the banana and plantain, everything about the livestock and the crops, it will wipe it away. It will reduce, if not being wiped away. And the off-farm activities, off-farm, including the processing and marketing of farm produce. The non-farm activities include the trading, handcrafts, okay, meaning the owner. Okay, on our buyer, okay, we problem as now. Onion, onion, about there, making okay. For you observe that when there will be confusion, there will be stress psychologically, there will be a lot of problems. So, what we know is that it can bring in other alternatives. By then they will be making money as a government. So, as in April, I think again, yes. by then, I could remember that was 2012. Yes. I was I court to a court. So they bring a good on your brand, you'll be charged. Heavily charged. By then, I got what the problem, what people should do. So, observe that these people will be making another business will come in. So, the same thing. So, that's what and the impact on infrastructure, transport, everything is closed. Impact on the health, livestock, death, every other thing. Impact on education, everything closed. Now let's see the positive effect of the impacts of climate change and the flooding. I said number one, prolonged and equally distributed rainfall. That is longer rain season than dry season in a year brings about high yield and double cropping in most crops and vegetables, especially rice makes production without irrigation. Let me tell you, at times without irrigation, people that are immediately don't know again, and somebody maybe their plant rice. Let's take for instance around April, May, or let's say April, yeah. So a plant here by that time with the new varieties we are going to recommend for you for the short period. So you observe that you can harvest and then plant again. You can do that without irrigation. It's happening in Ayamamu. Even last year, 2003, people were double cropping without irrigation because of the rain. Because there's no way. And after everything, it favored them because there's no way you can predict nature in this way. Everything has changed. Therefore, there's imbalance. It can favor you or it can not favor you. Another one says the change in temperature and rainfall can bring about higher harmattan, which this harmattan. And when higher harmattan, next year, you get Mofma. Yes, okay, Mofma. Why it should be so. Flooding can bring about bumper fish capture. If the water body does not contain hypoxia that kills fish, like if a food that now so yeah, now say, hey, each year with the fellow, push the jazz over there. So, jazz over there. And the people in there good, they was. Yes, because of mana, yana go hypoxia, about that not contained in there. A food that now so I'm getting, I'm like that. Some of the fishes will be killed. Some will contact diseases because each year they put pollution, every other thing. Due to if no 1 million. So I water that 1 million baby can talk refuse. The ocha will just harness that water. Or na dogiri oblebe igano na-emegini na-egwu manangai nwa that will be it's dumping no matter it's a no man's issue ni ibuye obo possibility na ezo I begini you push you start pushing it should be because I want
and my question is about flood and the cause of the climate. Now, through the drainage system, if the rainfall enters the drainage system, where does it go to? If it enters the river, you know it will cause another damage of erosion because if you make the drainage system, you you know it will cause another erosion. So what will you do about it? Thank you.
I'm going to be prepared to live in perennial flood community. You know, is that I have been thinking that one day, somehow, we should be able to have a total solution to the perennial flood problem. Because we cannot be expecting our people every year to prepare to evacuate from their place. There must be a permanent solution. And how do we go about it? Thank you.
How do you tell you the guy who did not go to and I have most of the time I will charge you this year. You go charge. Next year, I have to again. Next 2 years, I'm going to be able to again. Or the next year, I can have for fully and several times. When the benefit here, when the number is advantage here, that's it.
I think what we have the Commission of Environment here, former Commissioner of Works, our Royal Aguleri, who is my own father person. Borders of all who aids to mitigate the impacts of this climate change. You know, my specialization in this one is indigenous laws. You will be well prepared to mitigate the impact of this climate change. There was an instance in class one day. I told them if a particular place had about million later, I knew back then that my ear was open, but then I don't know if the law is still functional now. But these are the indigenous laws in Okanga, to protect the water, the source of water of the whole community. Are there still this kind of laws to protect the environment in Aguleri in general? Because I'm a sometimes everybody has thought of Shimamisha when he was in.
So I from experience, I never can let go. We go to the government, there were a lot of ways we can grow flooding by adopting a new measure. I never got an environment. If they give up, I'm not equalizing. Now they're going to attack. You go there to India one times. I say, no, this is the way. You can get original. It's a way to avoid flooding. After here, it is doable. If I was doing it, they can do another. And you don't want to manage to back up because you have a perennial situation here. You don't want to manage to back up and you don't want to be on the wall. Infrastructure development, any warning systems. Only one can do with value addition. They can rise. You may give a rise, you will have to monitor. If by any point early enough, before you hear now, but they harvest, maybe you need a harvest. And when processing, rice drying and processing area in the upper lands, I harvest like a go never process and dry. In one millimeter, you are safe. Each year, you conquer you now. People have advice in December. He harvest to go, take back to the upper land and dry. They don't wait there, state governments and program for rural agriculture, rural access, agriculture and access marketing projects, which has to do with provision of infrastructure, road access to agricultural belts, and development of these agro-processing zones in the area. You don't want to go back to the Supreme Government. This is what we need. It is for this area. Annual agro-processing zones in the food processing areas. We manage agriculture districts in such a way that the flood are able to be back on that. And we use technology for drying, harvesting early, slicing yam chips, using solar drying systems. One can do that. dry rice, bag yam. I say yam sheet. Dry with solar drying system. You can't have anything to do with water. The solar system will dry this thing. You bag the yam sheet. Normal rain, military yam to go safe. So these are the things that we are waiting about. The way we mitigate this. So this is my just my side addition to what the prof has done for you. I go get me up the one I like that. I will do that. This is a good answer.
I don't know anything even a prof. I help our life. I tell you that one day, on my mother, I will go.
This morning, there's something that many of the things in the capital from A to Z. So I thank you so much for what you have delivered today. An exposure on this topic. Thank you so much, sir. More I will be an apple. So many things for that one. Government to get here into action. The by Igwe Anambra with the problem. The environment. Either a land mass at the whole states of the federation. I want the second list, a land mass. I want this to tell Lagos, land mass. But it's unfortunate that while Lagos then expand into the ocean, now mass more land. Anambra, unfortunately, they reduce in our land mass due to these issues that have been presented here today. Erosion naturally they lose a lot of arable land, they lose a lot of properties, they lose so much. Not only that, flooding in the 2022 taking over 8 local governments. And this 8 local governments flooding now submerged occupy close to about 50 to 60% of land mass in Anambra State. Because now I want all these lands. They want all these lands. If I need to so credit about the states, this is very deliberate. By a governor, well, I sit here now. I implement the extant laws I am the environment. And then it's wherefore that this law do not meet the current trends. Either the world all over, and they put climate change. Because that's the impact. Just like Prof has illustrated here. So I read the power of the law. What are scholars, what kind of professors, and power of the law? I will hear the law such that I will put here money who money and when for when you get in there, because we must plan a state I can happen for the future. I am going to get my market. Wherefore that now, out of 179 communities in Anambra State, that time was on the ministry. Like over 160 communities, they threatened by one form of erosion or the other. And because it is so, and because I have for the terrain I am here, terrain erosivity index is very high. This is ratio of rainfall over 30 minutes. In our neighborhood, we topsoil. In our neighborhood, you can never have gas. Gas is somewhere. And never have gas where for that erosion they didn't get back without knowing it. So in the mind, It is no longer business as usual for the environment for Anambra State. Everyone must be concerned. That's why in the profit they give for the solution. We could take community involvement. Came by where Bataille preach about environmentalism. He gets the people to take ownership, to become also involved in the environment. Communities create a committee, environmental sustainability committee. Even on Mambala vision, fraud and very persistent. The attacks are able to find out, just like what has been written here. Panatias, a committee and they sit every day to bring out proactive measures before government then areas where you have erosion, the committee, they sit daily to bring out proactive measures on how to cope and stop these things from initiating in the first place. Because all we don't put the actions in place. Most of us national basarai, and because I am national basarai, and we cost for our inaction. Big cost for non basarai. Bring our cousin boy at Basagi, Lie farmland, Lie Sinman, buy for the cost for our inaction. So, because Nigeria is full, Anambra State is welcome to be the ocean capital of West Africa, if not the world. I will ask, there are measures I can take in place so that on a daily basis, we put our consciousness, we find it every day, we put practices I can every day, so as to mitigate and adapt and stop the next one from erupting. And when man-made flooding, when there are man-made flooding, you can see the profit of our city, you can see outside the Navia. Because now we're low sea level. I want to go because of the level of the sea, a Omambala area occupied. When we kept man-made flooding, he also touched it. Or 1 million, which you know. The Bula is a drainage system. The next thing, million Chopuzo is Swagger. And not Chopuzo is Swagger, or move in one particular direction. And over that direction, again, the same momentum. Open momentum of Buze flood. When force, where we don't eat our land, cause problems for us. So these ones now, message them well. To let you know, this problem is upon us. I am choosing or continue. I'm going to with erosion. I cannot actually go because I have my in the erosion. It requires huge capital. I cannot actually deal with erosion. Or with flooding. I don't go to new ones that want to happen. New flooding that wants to take place. Let us stop them by our own actions, by our own involvement, by being participators and not spectators. I was looking for money from everywhere. I had to go complicate, I actually go climate finance. They will tell you, and Anambra State made a presentation. I want to go one in the erosion in the Buai, now flooding in the Buai, and this last complicated I ever in Dubai. Because I am now the little money stating well cannot really deal with these issues. Because I am
if I need all our war, don't care, man. And then any more can get to operate now. If I call the SNBDO award for enterprise. Enterprise is Mbambo. Proper Mbambo na Ghana. No Mbambo na Nete is even. SNBDO award for enterprise and community transformation. Community transformation. Now we go to Lukita. Individuals nke individuals ka anyị si na ma nwere outstanding personality and na ma nyere long-term service to the community. Onye anyị ejije amalite bụ ọnọdụ ugo nya bụ ọmanyịnya Donatus nwa bụ nwanne Okechi, barrister by training. Onye
proud that they recognize it today. Thank you for recognizing my teacher, my friend, and my mentor. Thank you so much, Your Majesty.
Ovonyamel Ekenia. Agosiri nna anyị Donatus Okechi mere anyị aja anaro. Mana because of him, I can tell you now some parts of culture Aguleri that they are alive. And because of that simple Ekenia, when near this award of excellence, service to Aguleri. In the spirit of Kwamonando, the business on it, black mask pictures, employee go not less than 60 more bad. Now you get recognized here. We say I did go to go to Bumbido or your measure when you are not mad.
Black mask beaters. So mask yabo bo onye no n'ime bo ema nazo akwatu egwu ọzọchala election for House of Assembly.
Ekenekwe m n'ọzọ. Onye anyị kpọlitere bụ Ọmabala Line. Ọ bụrụ Chukwu Emeka ọzọ. Ọmabala Line ka anyị na-enye award. Maka iwe o mere na the transportation system na Ọmabala niile. Mgbe o bidoro, ibe izizi o mere bụ na ọ kelee ego eji eje Ọnịcha ịbụọ sisi kwuwe ovu na bọs ya. O gotere moto, ọ bụrụ ọgụ na-abụ, ọ bụrụ motie karịrị ọgụ ili na ụma. Ibe ọbụla ijere ịya agụ Ọmabala Line. Ịkwụla ọtọ n'ezi 5 minutes ama aga ogumotie agbabete. Nke ka nke bụ na aka ahụ mụbara n'ọnọdụ ya rọ. Ka o bido kwuru gbaba ọmụ aya melụ wee na-eje Ọnịcha na-abịa otu ọcha. O nwere onye na-aba moto Ọmabala Line na-ekọrọ onye n'aka. Wee sị ka anyị recognize ya ezigbo iwu o mere. Wee encourage ndị ọzọ nọ na the same system gaba nwebie enye. Anyị na-ekene Ọmabala Line.
Ezudo daalụ ọbụla Ọmabala Line ụdị nwa fiel na njinji eji elu ọdụ ọkụ. Anyị na-akpọ
company nwa. Ebe anyị ji wee nacha anya sị ka anyị recognize anya bụ na o buyetere ibe motocycle n'obodo anyị bụ Aguleri. Kama ihe jebe Ọnịcha maọbụ Lagos maọbụ Abuja ngote motocycle ịpụrụ na Aguleri Junction ọnụ igolie n'ovu ọnụ ahụ ike egie n'ebe ọzọ. Ọ bụrụ mmebi ka motocycle gị mebiri, paati niile ji alụ motocycle dị na-ebu. Igol motocycle na-adị na paket, na-adị na carton, ndị ihe fixili gị nọ n'elu. O nwere ebe a na-achọ achọ. Wee necha anya ijekwu na Aguleri Junction kata ebe na motocycle dị na-ewu karịrị 1000. Ị na-anya 900 n'ime ebe bụ na company ba esi golie. O tinyekwuru n'ụdị na ị nwere ike bulu na-akwụ ụgwọ nwayọọ nwayọọ ma ị nwee garantọ ga-egosi na ị akwụcha ụgwọ. Awesị na emechi ibe niile enwe na Aguleri recognize ya maka ezigbo ihe ọ na-eme. So anyị na-enye company award maka ebe ha mere na motocycle.
Hope the mic, hope the mic. Daddy, hope the mic.
Eso to dalo na Aguleri. Oke nwa Aguleri nọ nso n'ibe eze niile Aguleri nwebulu mbụ. Oke nwa Aguleri n'Igwe Ogala gidoro n'ọrụ for 24 years. Those 24 years, Oke nwa Aguleri was the right-hand man of Igwe Ogala Aguleri. Oke nwa Aguleri abụgo chairman of the planning committee not less than 15 times. Oke nwa Aguleri, even though no n'ihu at 70 plus, Okaso wee na-plan ebe a na-eme na Aguleri wee necha anya. Ọ bụ more of a long service award. Anyị adịghị ego o jezu ike. Anyị na-enye ya iji gosi na mbọ ọ na-agba ihu na ebe a na-eme na Aguleri na-aga ọfụma ka ọ na-agbasie ike. Maka na arụ ọzọ m na-etinyekwu ya na kọmitii.
Okay, my thanks on behalf of the leader and award. The leader received an award. Welcome, my which is the leader.
As you know, I see a guest lecturer on the line. Cabinet, they get it. Never mind you. DJ, Obrava, Niluti, Gutata, Ganji, we are saying, Gankete, Igba, Nandini, no Jalolo,
good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please, may we know you?
Okay, I'm Dominic in the chairman of Aguleri Cabinet.
Okay. Can you pay me that? Because I will almost normal balance.
Even I mean, I video Ovala program signing of 124th Ovala Festival. And today we are starting the Okanga lecture, the 5th in the series of Aguleri Okanga lecture. So na kai na metane.
Okay. Can you get motade na ifu no chole metaka?
Ela motade ni abuna emana ba anyi Aguleri otu na Aguleri no na iji na agba na Aguleri no na Aguleri otu na enye nsogbu. So I na na mean some ways of age we me ibi iji abu na agba na ka amal man dey by no across. My reduce iji oba but the malo those age we me so that they live their normal life with or without the flood. Yeah, be there.
Okay, all the massa. Can you be to you?
What a quack Aguleri.
What a quack I guess. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, morning.
Please, may we know you?
My name is Tony Oli.
Okay.
Okay. I'm the chairman of the Ovala Planning Committee 2024.
Okay, that's nice. We've seen what is happening here so far. It's Okanga Aguleri.
Yeah.
What's K4
Well, Okanga Aguleri lecture. This is the 5th edition. You know, at the emergence of Ezuda as the Igwe Aguleri. This is one of the reforms he brought in by instituting a lecture so that Ovala will not be just come and display at the Freedom Square and the Army Igwe and move on. So Okanga lecture is one of the reforms he brought in to enrich the people of Ovala and Aguleri. And by extension, the whole of Anambra State and Nigeria. Okay? So, we are in the 5th edition, and each year we choose a topic that is relevant to our environment and very, very current, in the geopolitical space of the nation.
Thank you, sir. Do you have any word of any word for Ndi Aguleri? Only if you want to Ndi Aguleri. Well,
for Ndi Aguleri, is to leverage on this lecture, number one, by coming around to participate. This year, so one age, from Ayana, now Kuzino University. So the pastor of Mabala Lurian, the pastor of environmental climate change. Onye dia gele mama maka na olugo kana lo iji gbara obukonu anani na ya ko mana o gente what is on the so for ndị ọma pala and Aguleri particular the line na ba ya abawo mbọ nka ya wa nke fa bụ bia za na gele you what even ya no mebe ka yigido na oge we gbochi ya data go onya iba nwere ba mo nam
ọ dị mma anyị kene gị kedu ibe tu gị
Tony Oli aba mo mbozi ala ome n'ọkọchị Aguleri
ome n'ọkọchị anyị na-ekele gị Ezudo anyị na-ekene gị Ezudo anyị chọrọ ka ị gwa anyị otu obi si wee dị gị na nyabụ ije emelite ata
obi dị m ụtọ rinne nke nwe aga bụ Chukwu enye ọla aka eme enye ọfụma esi na nna ekele Chukwu kene ndị kwadobela ọnọdụ kene ndị bịara na-adịla onye abụla na mma
ise nke arụ ọzọ ya aka nwanụ nke arụ nwa mma anyị kene gị.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, OMT.
Can we meet you, please?
My name is Chief Amechi Akora, Abogidi Aguleri.
Okay, we observe that things are going on in the Aguleri today, and they call it Okanga lecture. What is it all about, please, sir?
Okanga lecture is a platform by which we interact, by which Aguleri community interacts amongst themselves as well as among other communities in Omabala. It's actually a platform in which we discuss the socio-economic dynamics within the region with a view to seeing where we can improve for progress and development in the region. And so today we held the 5th edition of Okanga Lecture. Okanga Lecture was established in 2019, and the first out and the first public lecture was in 2020. Okanga Lecture was established by Ezudo Aguleri, that is His Royal Majesty Dr. Michael Chukwuneme Idigo V Igwe Aguleri, the paramount ruler of Aguleri, for the purpose of interacting with stakeholders in the community and other neighboring communities.
Okay, do you think that Okanga lecture has impacted positively the lives of Aguleri and the entire Mabala region?
Yeah, over the past 5 years, correct, it has done so. You see, Okanga, symbolic, because though it's a royal troop, but it also comes with a message, okay? So the message has been going out. This year, we talked about climate change, flooding, how it affects us. You know, we are an agrarian people. We are an agrarian region, but flooding affects us. So how do we continue to sustain our agricultural relevance? How do we continue to adjust? How do we continue to sustain our relevance? So how do we continue to make food available within the global index, so that when they mention food, our name as Aguleri and Omabala will still be relevant? It has been communicated. Last year, we spoke about oil. We spoke about oil exploration and how it affects lives, socio-economic lives in Anambra, in Omabala region. And from there, people have been going into gas exploration. People have been going into containing the effects of gas exploration in our farmlands. So that's positive. The other year, when we talked, 3 years ago, when we said, how do we harness our strength politically as Omabala people so as to remain relevant? These are very topical issues that affect our lives, our region. And so, you see, like all education, you never know when it's seeping in. But we are dropping the message, and we know that people are hearing.
Okay, Chief, there is this a kind of criticism, not much, but most rumor that most of the times the targeted audience don't assimilate the message of Okanga lecture due to language barrier. Do you have anything to say about this?
Tata Nua, like we said in this edition, they spoke in Igbo, they spoke in English. And you could see students of Father Joseph's Memorial High School, Aguleri, both SS1 students, JS2 students, SS3 students, JS3 students, they were here as part of the audience. We also see market women here as part of the audience. The language was not in any way high. Last year, they were still mixing the language. Akwezumba, Chief Akwezumba was the guest lecturer of last year, MD Orient. There was nothing so sophisticated about it. So, well, the language is tailored to meet the demands of the audience. First, climate change, flooding, very topical. It concerns us. It affects us, all right? But the good news is there are things we can do. And those things we can do is in the way we live. What do you do with the environment? How do you interact with the environment? For instance, do you burn your waste? If you burn your waste, you're flaring gas. So you're contributing to climate change. So the message take home there, Fondi Omabala, Fondi Aguleri, every person within the environment and even outside the environment is attitudinal change. That's what it requires of us.